Okay, we have seen this concept of ductility and some of the points. Now we will see about this, how to make the building as a ductile with respect to the all the types of the RCC members. So we have seen this, the most common construction materials which are used as a masonry, concrete and the steel. Okay, so that all these materials that should be in a well position, that are the good material which having the good property, then it having the resistivity power, it having the strength to resist the different types of the loads which are come under the structures. So that for making the building as a ductile building, that we have to make sure that construction materials that are related to the masonry, concrete and the steel, that are the basic materials that are in a well position, and they having the strength which is more, and they resist the all the types of the force. Then and then if they have the property which are good, then and then it will be resist the, they will resist the forces come under the structures. You can see in this figures, there is a wall. In this wall, that wall having the compression load, and so that it will become as a, it will become a strong wall. In the second walls, you can see here there is a gap between the two bricks, and they are gap between the two bricks, and it will be come under the cracks, and so that that wall become a tension will be occur in this wall, and so that cracks are developed, and so that that wall will become a weak wall in the structure. So such a types of the lapses we have to reduce from the structure. Okay, that cracks, if we minimize this crack, then our structure will be become well. If we are not minimizes this crack, then again that crack width is goes on increases, and so that our structure will become again weak, and it that tension behavior will be goes on carrying will be, tension will be goes on increases into the wall. You can see here there is a related to the there will be related to the height or the length of that two walls. In the tension side, in the crack side, that length is also goes on increases, but as far as in compression member, there is a width is that the length of the wall is same. Okay, so such a types of the parameters we have to take care while planning and constructing of our building. Okay, we have seen this ductile detailing of the frame structured. There are the frame structure of horizontal members, beam and the columns. If the earthquake load is come under the structure, there is a, because of this excessive load coming from the earthquake as well as the earthquake load, okay, that is the dynamic loads come under the structure, then there will be a that moment of the frame will be occur like this, that beam are going to be shifted, that beam again there is a moment of the wall, moment of the column is also over there, and based on this you can see here that sway frame or non-sway type of the frame, that is the sway type the frame will be produced here, means structure will not come at its equilibrium position. Before the you can see here, you can see the first diagram, there is that frame is in equilibrium, but while this coming earthquake load come on the structure, that structure is displaced, means it will be in the non equilibrium positions, means it having the sway type of the frame. Okay, so such a types of the frame, sway types of the frame we have to uh, uh, frame will be produces because of the earthquake loads. If we induced the ductility property in the vertical and horizontal members, then what will be happen, then there is a, they such a types of the such a types of the RC members will resist the earthquake loads, and they regain at its initial position. They will be remain at its initial position while such a types of the forces are coming under the structure. Okay. So we have to make sure that our structure should be a resistant structure, in which any type of the forces will come under the structure. At that time, our structure becomes a resistant structure, and it having the ductility property. Then and then it will be behaves like a, it will be behave like a resisting earthquake resistant structure. You can see here in this, while planning and constructing of the structure, some of the points, you can see here with respect to the ignorance. Our practice for detailing ignorance, you can see here. There is a, in the first picture they have shown, there is a vertical reinforcement, uh, that is the steel reinforcement they have shown. If there is the, whatever the steel is used, that steel is a corroded steel, then our structure will become a weaker structure. And second thing is that if there is a, that main steel and distribution they have shown with respect to the spacing between the vertical members, that is the spacing they have shown. If that spacing is also uneven, that main steel and distribution, that bonding is not in proper way, then again there is a, some of the lapses will be occur as far as the ductile detailing of that reinforcement of the steel members. Okay, so that we should make sure that over here, that tightness should be tightness between the main steel and distribution should be there with respect to the small wires. That is the first thing. Second thing is that the spacing between the spacing, whatever the showing, that's whatever the spacing is showed over there, that should be in a equal amount. Okay, that is the distance between the two bars, that should be in a equal manner. Okay, and that reinforcement, steel reinforcement is placed which is vertically, only that vertically. If they are placed as vertical, then and then our column will become a vertical column. If they are bent, then our column will become no, will not become a vertical member. Some of the bending will be occur, and so that as far as our ductile detailing of RCC members, if such a types of the lapses occur, our building will not carry resist the such types of the dynamic load. So we should take care about while planning, while constructing of our building. बघा या ठिकाणी ही जी आपण स्टील रेन्फोर्समेंट जे उभा केलेली आहे, ही स्टील रेन्फोर्समेंट जर वर्टिकली नसेल, and if we casted the column, if we we will construct the column, what will be happen, that column will become not become a vertical member. Some of the bending, some of the its vertical position will be going to be lag, and so that if vertical position is going to be lag, there will be a other stresses, eccentrical load uh, come under the column. So that for reducing such a eccentrical load, we have to make sure that that vertical member should be a vertical. Okay, and the all second thing is that the spacing which is provided, that is also in the good way. Okay, and third point is that there are the whatever the main steel and distribution steel that are tight with each other, that tightness should be in a good way. If they are not tight with each other, and they are and their tightness is not in the good position, then again there are the lapses about the that movement will be going to be that movement of the bars will be that bars will not come at a correct position because of this loose tightness. So we have to make sure that main steel and distribution steel that should be tight with respect to the small wires. And second thing is that in the second diagram you can see here that place of that reinforcement of the steel in the vertical members. In that you can see over there that steel reinforcement or corrosion of the steel is happen. If such a types of the corrosion is occur at that time, because of this corrosion type of the material, that is the steel material is going to be corroded if continuously water is there, and that water is a drainage water from, or the chemical water or the gutter water is available over there, then automatically that component will be going to be corroded. And in second case, that condition they have shown into the picture. So we should make sure that that steel reinforcement which is to be fully filled with a concrete, so that corrosion of the concrete will be going to be removed from that area. That is the ignorance for the practice of detailing. So henceforth, uh, after studying this ductile detailing of RCC members, we should make sure that the such a types of the lapses should not be there. If such a types of the lapses are come under the structure, then automatically our structure will become weak. And if such earthquake loads are come under the structure, then during the earthquake loads, our building will become a big and somehow failure will be occur. So that we have to reduce such a points the with respect to the parameters which increases. We have to take into our mind which parameters increases the ductility or the strength parameters of our building. So such a types of the ignorance we have to reduce as far as our ductile detailing of RCC members. Next picture we can see here, that is the bar buckling. Second thing is that bar buckling, and the next point they have shown here, the reinforcement lapping at the same location to small lap length. Okay, means in these two that are points are again come under the ductile detailing of RCC members. There is a some ignorance we have while constructing the building. There is a ignorance with respect to these small points. You can see here there is a bar buckling. Bar buckling is nothing but main steel and distribution steel, that is the steel reinforcement they have shown, and on this main steel and distribution steel come which is shown. बघा या ठिकाणी जर आपलं जर कॉन्क्रीट असेल आणि कॉन्क्रीटचा जो काय आपलं मेन स्टील डिस्ट्रीब्युशन स्टील आहे त्याच्यावरती काय असतं आपलं कॉन्क्रीट अवेलेबल असतं. पण या ठिकाणी काय दाखवलेलं, वी हॅव मेड इग्नोरन्स. काय इग्नोर केलेलं या ठिकाणी, त्या कॉन्क्रीटचे जे काही बार्स आहेत तर त्या बारच्या वरती काय पाहिजे आपल्याला, वी हॅव टू मेक शुअर दॅट देअर शुड बी दॅट steel area should be covered with respect to the concrete, but concrete is not available there, and that steel is open into the air. And if such a steels are uh, opening into the air, what will be happen, काय होणार त्या ठिकाणी स्टीलचं तो जे काय आहे स्टील, that is the Fe. And second thing is that from the environment, that is oxygen, that O2 and Fe2, that ferrous oxide will be produced, that is the ferrous reaction, means there is a corrosion of that steel will be produced. And so that I have shown here the corrosion reaction, and because of this corrosion reaction that bar buckling or the bar buckling has been shown. And that corroded steel also they have shown. So such a types of the ignorance, such a types of the parameters we have to take care about the filling of the concrete on the steel reinforcement. If such a that concrete is open, that steel member is open, then there is automatically the reaction between the air, water and the, that is the air moisture and the steel will be produced, and that will be affected on the strength property of the bar, that is the steel. So that we have to make sure that such a types of the reaction, that is the corrosion reaction, we have to reduce for achieving the ductile detailing of the RCC members. Second thing is that काय दाखवलेलं बघा त्या ठिकाणी, there is a vertical members, that is the steel reinforcement they have shown, and with respect to lapping at the same लोकेशन टू स्मॉल लॅप लेंथ. या ठिकाणी बघा लॅप लेंथ जी काही दिसते आहे त्या ठिकाणी सेकंड पिक्चर मध्ये, दॅट लॅप लेंथ इज व्हेरी स्मॉल ॲज कम्पेअर टू द व्हर्टिकल मेंबर. जी काही वरती तुम्हाला दिसते त्याच्यापेक्षा खाली, मीन्स दॅट व्हर्टिकल, दॅट इज द व्हर्टिकल स्टील एन्फोर्समेंट दॅट शुड बी इन द करेक्ट पोझिशन. कशी पाहिजे आपल्याला, करेक्ट पोझिशन मध्ये पाहिजे. का, जर करेक्ट पोझिशन नसेल तर विच कॉलम वी आर गोइंग टू मेक दॅट शुड नॉट बी बिकम अ व्हर्टिकल मेंबर. ज्या ठिकाणी जर लॅपिंग, दॅट लॅपिंग इज नॉट करेक्ट पोझिशन किंवा व्हर्टिकल मेंबर जे आहेत त्यामध्ये स्पेसिंग व्यवस्थित नसेल, किंवा त्या ठिकाणचं जे काही स्मॉल मेन स्टील डिस्ट्रीब्युशन स्टील दॅट आर जॉईंटेड, जे काही जॉईन करतात ब्लॅक स्मॉल वायरनं, तर ते जर त्या ठिकाणी व्यवस्थित ठिकाणी नसणार आहे तर त्यावेळेला काय होऊ शकतं, देअर इज अ problem will be produces regarding the eccentrical column. And second thing is that column will become a big as compared to the as vertical column. Okay, so we have to make sure that that vertical reinforcement that should be vertical in the direction, equilibrium in the position. And second thing is that जे काय ओपनिंग आहे तर त्या ओपनिंगच्या ठिकाणी काय होणार आहे, that opening, because of the opening, that air and the steel bar they are corroded, and so that we should make sure that corrosion. Second thing is that with respect to lapping, we have to ensure that we have to give the attention towards that for achieving the higher strength, we are achieving the more strength of the building. So all of you write down these points in your notebook. Draw these diagrams, small diagrams with respect to the tension members. Draw these small diagrams with respect to the sway frame. You can show that horizontal forces come under the structure. Forces come under the structure are earthquake forces. Then how the our structural structure, our framed structure is going to be behave. All of you draw this diagram in your notebook with respect to the ignorance. Write down there. Steel reinforcement should be vertical. Steel reinforcement should be vertical. Second thing is that the tightness should be in a proper way with respect to the main steel and distribution steel. Main steel, distribution steel and stirrup. Draw this diagram in your notebook with respect to the bar buckling and with respect to the lapping. If you have completed, we'll move towards the next point. You can see this picture in our this draw this picture in your notebook. बघा का दिलेलं या ठिकाणी ते फॉर्मवर्क दिलेलं आहे, फॉर्मवर्क दाखवलेलं या ठिकाणी आणि या ठिकाणी जे रेड कलरने ते तीनच बार दिसतात आपल्याला फॉर्मवर्कच्या वरती आलेले. Where is our fourth bar? That is the question mark over here. So such a types of the ignorance will be here. and because of this ignorance our ductility ductile detailing of RCC members will be going to be reduces. So we have to make sure that all the elements should be in a proper way, so that our building will become a ductile building. In that framework you can see the column having the, if column having the four bars with respect to vertical direction, but in this picture there is a red color which is shown with only that there are the three bars. We'll see here, okay, only three bars are available here. There is no four bars for the column, vertical column, only one bar is missing from that area. So according to this small ignorance we have to take care, okay, while planning constructing of our building. In the second picture again we will see here this, in this there is this bar, that bars are open from that area, from this cross sectional area, that bars that are these smaller, some bigger bars are open in the air, open in the air means in this area again there is a corrosion reaction will be produces because of the that bars are open, so that there is a oxygen reaction, O2 reaction with respect to these bars, so that there is a corrosion reaction will be produces, and that steel bars will be going to be corroded, and so that that bars will become a weak. So that in this area also, for reducing this corrosion we have to make sure that that area should be a filled with the concrete, so that that reaction between the air and the steel will be going to be reduces. So all of you show these points in your notebook. Ignorance with respect to the corrosion, and second is that all bars in the column. Next ignorance as far as our concern, you can see here from this picture number 1, there is a that bars are vertical bars, they are already open in the environment. Second thing is that concrete, which is that concrete and that bars, that bonding between the steel and concrete is going to be reduces, and so that point, that cross sectional area is become a weak, and so that if such a types of the structure is going to be built, then we will not get an ductile behavior of the structure, so that bonding between the steel and the concrete should be a strong, and for that purpose we have to make sure that concrete materials as well as the steel material should be in a proper way. You can see in this picture, only first picture, there is a no bond between the steel and the concrete, that is the weak bond, and so that concrete and the steel materials, they are away from each other, and that bond is going to be reduces, and the such a types of the property if having for the steel and the concrete, then there is a ductility nature will be going to be reduces of our structures. In second picture again you can see there is for vertical member and for horizontal members. You can see there are the vertical and horizontal members, whatever the steel reinforcement they have used, that is for the column, that reinforcement is small and they are not in a vertical position. The bars which are provided, which are not in a vertical position, they are displaced. And second thing is that whatever the horizontal member, the steel which is used, that is the higher steel, that weight of the steel is more, as which is used for the beam as compared to the column. That is also imbalanced ratio they have shown with respect to the steel. So all of you show this in your notebook. with respect to the weak bonding between the steel and concrete, and with respect to the steel reinforcement. Okay, in the next picture, our practice for detailing with respect to the ignorance, you can see. You can see with respect to the red color circle they have shown, and in this first picture they have shown they have marked this spacing between the horizontal spacing between these uh, two bars. Okay, they have shown. You can see here there is a ignorance they have made, that there is a opening in the concrete, that is the column they have shown, and in that column there is a main steel which is opened into the air, and so that corrosion will be occur, and that will be that will become a corroded nature of that rod. And second thing is that there is a, because of this, that strength will be going to be reduces of that area, and that concrete and steel that will be displaced away from each others. That is the first thing. And in the first picture they have shown the spacing, that spacing is not constant for the reinforcement of the steel. So we should make sure that that spacing should be equal for all the, for all spacing, that spacing distance should be equal. Okay, and that spacing which is provided, that is not in a proper position, they are not provided in a leveled position. So all of you draw this in your notebook. बोला, कोण बोलते? हाँ हाँ, नाही रे, घरी लेक्चर चालू आहे. नाही, मी सकाळी होती की तुम्ही नाही आला, मी माझं तर लेक्चर आहे. हम्म, हम्म. अहो लेक्चर चालू आहे, मी नंतर बोलते. Okay, so spacing should be equal, the spacing seat distance should be equal, you can see. And in the that steel should be occupied by the concrete, so that there is a reaction between the moisture and the steel will be going to be reduces. We can see here, how do beams resist the forces? Long straight bars, longitudinal bars placed along its length, and the vertical stirrups. The closed loop of small diameter bars, that is the stirrups, placed vertical at regular interval along its length, means vertical and the horizontal members, that are the vertical, that is the long straight bars, that is the longitudinal bars placed along the length, and closed loop of small diameter bars, that is the stirrups, placed vertical at regular interval along its length. म्हणजे बघा वर्टिकल जे मेंबर आहेत, त्या वर्टिकल मेंबर कॉलमचे जे काही वर्टिकल बार्स असते, दॅट शुड बी टाईट by the small wires and with respect to the stirrups with the equal spacing, that is nothing but a stirrups. And second thing is that when such a stirrups and the wires which are tied with each other, and concrete and the steel having the combined effect, combined bonding is in well position at that time, that beams which becomes a good property, and it will be resist the forces which are coming on the beams. So that for achieving the resistivity power of the beams, for resist the forces, we have to make sure that all the vertical members and the stirrups and the wires, they are tight with each other. Types of failure in the beams, we can see types of the failure in the beams. Flexural building behavior, ductile behavior hence is desirable. Brittle behavior, relatively more steel is present on the tension phase and crushes in compression, which is undesirable. Ductile failure, relatively less steel is present on the tension phase and steel yield first, and redistribution occurs in the beam until eventually concrete crushes. बघा या ठिकाणी फेल्युअर ऑफ द बीम, दॅट बीम दाखवलेल्या या ठिकाणी देर इज अ बीम अँड बी दॅट बीम हॅव्हिंग द फ्लेक्झरल फेव्हिअर, that is the flexural failure of the beam. Bottom face stretches in the tension and vertical cracks developed, that is the flexural behavior, flexural failure they have shown. And that is for the brittle material and for the ductile material. If the material property is a brittle in nature, material property is a brittle, then automatic when load is come under this structure, automatically there is a failure of the beam will be occur. And if there is a ductility of beam is over to be there, then automatically there is a that beam having property to resist the forces. And at the lastly there is a will get an idea about the failure about the beam. But in the brittle behavior there is a no intention will get from the component, automatically there is a collapse of the structures, to collapse of the component will be occur. So we have to induce the ductility property in our component. There is a failure, that is the flexural failure we have seen with respect to the brittle material and the ductile material. There is a steel for the brittle material, that is the steel is present on the tension side and which causes the compression which is undesirable. But in the ductile behavior, the less steel is present on the tension side and steel yield first, and redistribution occurs on the beam until eventually concrete crushes. Within a 1 minute, our meeting will be over. So all of you join on the same link. Once again, we'll learn about this ductile detailing of RCC members. In this lecture, we have seen some of the ignorance on the construction site, which reduces the ductility with respect to the opening the steel, main steels from the structure. Second thing is that the spacing between the steel, main steel distribution steel, tightness, again spacing, that is distance between the stirrups, that is not maintained in well position, that we have seen. Next point we have seen, that is the lapping. Again we have seen this that vertical steel reinforcement which is placed in the gutter or the in a chemical reaction will be occur produces, so that corrosion will be occur. So such a types of the lapses we have to reduce. We should make sure that our building or structure will become a ductile which resist all the earthquake forces.